Order is not pressure. Order is freedom. Asian proverb. A clean home in Japan is not the result of obsession. It is not driven by anxiety, perfectionism, or endless cleaning. It is the result of systems, of respect, of quiet discipline practiced daily, without drama. Japanese homes remain calm not because people clean more, but because they allow less opportunity to exist. In small apartments, in busy cities, in ordinary lives, here are 12 Japanese habits that prevent mess, not through effort, but through intention. Habit number 1. The one-touch rule. In Japanese homes, nothing is ever placed down for now. There is no temporary pile, no halfway decision, no object waiting for motivation to return. Every item is completed in a single movement. Keys are not dropped, they are hung. Bags are not leaned, they are stored. Clothes are not tossed, they are folded. One motion, one decision, one conclusion. This habit quietly removes the most dangerous moment in any home, the moment of delay. Because clutter is not born from too many possessions. It is born from hesitation. The second an object is placed just for a moment, the mind creates permission. And permission multiplies. One item becomes two. Two become a surface becomes a pile, and a pile becomes stress. The one-touch rule ends the conversation immediately. No future responsibility, no visual noise, no unfinished business waiting to accuse you later. In Japanese thinking, an item that is used but not returned is unfinished, and unfinished things drain energy even when they are silent. Completion creates calm. Completion creates order. Completion creates space. This is why Japanese homes feel light, even when they are small, because nothing is waiting. Habit number 2. The Genkan boundary. In Japan, the entrance of the home is not a hallway. It is a boundary. The Genkan, where shoes are removed, is sacred. Shoes never cross into living space. Not because of cleanliness alone, but because of separation. Outdoor dirt stays outside. So does disorder. So does urgency. So does the weight of the day. The moment shoes come off, something else comes off too. The rush, the tension, the performance required by the outside world. This boundary is physical, but more importantly, it is psychological. Crossing into the home means entering calm. Crossing out means returning to the world. There is no blending, no overlap, no chaos slowly leaking inward. When disorder is stopped at the entrance, it never spreads. This is why Japanese homes feel peaceful the moment you step inside. The floor is protected. The air is quieter. The mind understands the signal. You are home now, not working, not rushing, not surviving, resting. Order is not enforced with effort. It is preserved with borders. And once chaos is denied entry, peace no longer has to fight to exist. Habit number 3. Cleaning while using. Japanese kitchens do not become clean after the work is done. They remain clean while the work is happening. A spill is not ignored. It is erased the moment it appears. A knife does not wait in the sink. It is washed the instant its task is complete. A surface is not allowed to collect evidence of activity. It is restored in real time. There is no mental note to clean later. Because later is where mess learns how to survive. Later allows residue to harden. Later allows objects to multiply. Later allows small disorder to negotiate for permanence. By cleaning as you go, there is never a cleanup phase. Only continuity. Movement flows into movement. Action resolves itself immediately. Nothing is left unfinished. In Japanese culture, this is not called discipline. It is called respect. Respect for the space. Respect for the tools. Respect for the next moment. When cleaning happens during use, the home never experiences chaos, only activity. And when the activity ends, peace is already waiting. Habit number 4. Everything has a designated home. In Japanese thinking, an object without a home is already clutter, not because it is ugly, but because it is unresolved. Storage is not accidental. It is intentional. Limited. Clear. Every item belongs somewhere specific, and that place is known. If space runs out, something leaves. There is no negotiation, no overflow, no stacking of excuses. Nothing is allowed to float without purpose. Because floating objects demand attention. They interrupt the eye. They fracture the mind. Mess is simply homelessness for objects. And the solution is not more shelves, more bins, or more containers. The solution is fewer residents. Japanese homes do not expand storage to match possessions. They reduce possessions to protect space. When every item has a home, returning it requires no thought. And when returning requires no thought, order becomes automatic. This is why Japanese homes stay calm. Not because people clean more, but because nothing is ever lost, forgotten, or wandering. Habit number 5, vertical thinking. Small spaces do not tolerate waste. They demand intelligence. Japanese homes think upward. Walls are not empty. They are opportunities. Shelves rise instead of spreading outward. Storage climbs instead of crawling across the floor. The floor is protected. Because the floor is movement. It is flow. It is freedom. When the floor remains clear, the body moves without resistance. The eye travels without interruption. The mind stays unburdened. Rooms are allowed to breathe. Not because they are large, but because they are respected. Japanese design understands something subtle. Clutter feels heavier when it lives at your feet. Low-level chaos creates constant friction. Every step becomes negotiation. Every turn becomes effort. By lifting objects upward, the home regains ease. Space feels larger. Not because it has grown, but because nothing is in the way. Habit number 6, the daily reset ritual. In Japan, the day does not end in exhaustion. It ends in resolution. Every night, the home returns to zero. Cushions are aligned. Surfaces are cleared. Trash is removed. Nothing dramatic. Nothing time-consuming. Nothing delayed. This ritual is quiet, but it is powerful. Because sleep is not meant to recover from chaos. Sleep is meant to deepen calm. Morning does not begin with repair. It begins with readiness. The home greets you without accusation. No reminders of yesterday. No visual debts to repay. Order is restored before sleep, so rest can be complete. Japanese homes understand this truth. A messy night creates a restless morning, but a reset evening creates a soft landing. The house sleeps with you, and when you wake, everything is already in place. Habit number 7, seasonal decluttering. Japan does not treat time as a straight line. It moves in cycles. 4 seasons, 4 shifts, 4 natural moments to release. As the weather changes, the home listens. At each transition, items are reviewed, not judged, acknowledged. What no longer fits the season is thanked and removed. This is not dramatic. It is respectful, because objects, like moments, serve their purpose and then step aside. Seasonal decluttering prevents the most dangerous kind of mess, the slow accumulation, the kind that does not announce itself, the kind that grows quietly, the kind that feels invisible, until it overwhelms. Japanese homes never wait for collapse to clean. They release gradually, gently, predictably. Change is expected. So is letting go. When the home is allowed to evolve with the seasons, it never becomes stuck in the past. Habit number 8, minimal ownership. Japanese homes are not empty. They are intentional. Every object has a reason to exist. It either serves a function or offers quiet joy. Nothing competes for attention. Nothing begs to be noticed. Duplicates are rare. Excess is avoided. Not because owning more is wrong, but because owning more is heavy. Every extra item demands time. Cleaning, storing, deciding, maintaining. Owning less is not sacrifice. It is liberation. Fewer things call your name. Fewer things interrupt your focus. Fewer things ask to be managed. And in the space that remains, life expands. Not with possessions, but with clarity, movement, and peace. Habit number 9, respect for objects. In Japanese homes, objects are not treated as disposable tools. They are treated as partners. Clothes are folded with care, not rushed, not crushed, not neglected. Tools are cleaned and stored properly, not because someone is watching, but because respect is practiced even in private. When something breaks, it is not immediately replaced. It is examined, repaired when possible, or respectfully released when its time has passed. This respect extends an object's lifespan, but more importantly, it reduces disorder. Neglected objects degrade faster. Damaged things multiply problems. Careless handling creates future mess. Care given daily prevents damage tomorrow. This is why Japanese homes rarely feel chaotic. Nothing is abused. Nothing is resented. Nothing is treated as temporary. When you respect what you own, it stops fighting back. Habit number 10. Small, frequent cleaning. In Japan, there is no dramatic cleaning day. No overwhelming reset. No exhausting overhaul. Instead, cleaning is light, frequent, and nearly invisible. 2 minutes here, 5 minutes there. A surface wiped while passing by. A floor swept before dirt settles in. A bin emptied before it overflows. Mess is never allowed to grow large enough to intimidate, because intimidation leads to avoidance, and avoidance leads to accumulation. Small actions stay manageable. They stay gentle. They stay sustainable. Consistency replaces intensity. And when consistency becomes habit, cleanliness stops feeling like work. It becomes background order, quietly maintained, never announced. Habit number 11. Hidden storage philosophy. Japanese homes prioritize calm above all. Storage is closed. Boxes are simple. Sliding doors conceal complexity. Objects are not on display for the sake of admiration. They are hidden for the sake of peace, because the eyes are always negotiating. Every surface, every corner, every stack creates tension. Even small clutter weighs on the mind. When what is stored is unseen, the mind is freed. Visual noise disappears. The home becomes a sanctuary. Japanese homes understand this subtle truth. What the eye does not battle, the mind does not resist. Harmony begins with what is hidden, not what is shown. Habit number 12. Harmony over perfection. Japanese homes are not sterile. They are balanced. The goal is never flawlessness. It is not to erase life or remove personality. The goal is harmony, a gentle equilibrium between space, movement, and life. A home should support you, not demand constant attention. Order exists to serve living, not replace it. Furniture, objects, and even empty space are chosen and placed to flow with daily life, not to impress visitors or satisfy rigid ideals. Imperfection is welcomed if it maintains balance. Life is alive, but the home remains calm. Here, in this careful rhythm, every object, every habit, every ritual serves the larger purpose: peace without effort, clarity without stress, and space for life to breathe. These habits are not about working harder. They are about thinking differently. Adopt one, and your home begins to feel lighter. Adopt several, and mess stops returning. Because in Japan, cleanliness is not a task. It is a way of living. If this perspective resonated with you, like the video, subscribe to the Asian Scrolls, and share this with someone who believes cleaning must be exhausting. Order does not require force, only intention.